It is now or never for the 5 Chicago Bears players I'm going to talk about on today's show. My name is Harrison Graham. Welcome into Bears Now by Chat Sports. Let's get into it. Tremaine Edmunds entering a pivotal season with the Bears. If you've been under a rock, he is in the entering the third year of his 4-year, $72 million contract. And let's just face it, let's be honest, he has not lived up to that contract. Has he been a bad player? No. But has he been an $18 million linebacker? I would say no, and not even really that close. Like TJ Edwards signed a 3-year, $19 million deal when Tremaine Edmunds signed 4 for $72. I would say TJ has notably outplayed him through 2 seasons, and TJ just re-upped on a 2-year, $20 million extension. I don't think the Bears are that interested in extending Tremaine Edmunds at this point in time. And after this year, they could get out of his contract. My problem with Tremaine is, sure, he litters up certain stats. Like he's had over 100 tackles in each of the 2 years, but where are the splash plays? He's 6'5", 250. They brought him in here to be one of the best linebackers in the league, and he has 1 sack in 2 years, only 8 tackles for loss. He has 5 interceptions. 4 of those were his first year, and that's a lot, but 2 or 3 of those, for sure 2, were ones that just got tipped right to him. Like it's kind of right place, right time. Only 2 forced fumbles. 15 breakups is solid. I would say that's a good number through 2 seasons for an off-ball linebacker. But all in all, you take that stat out of it, you're talking about 7 plus 8, 15, 16 splash plays outside of passes defense in 2 seasons. Oh, and by the way, amidst all that, for how athletic of a player he is, passer rating allowed when targeted, over 95 through 2 years. Like it's just not good enough. It's not good enough for how much the Bears paid him. And listen, the way his contract lines up, unless he takes, in my opinion, a notable step forward, I think this is his last year. They can cut him after next season and save $15 million or even trade him if some team would take on his contract. That'd be great. But look, I'm hopeful this new scheme with Dennis Allen that's more kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Disguised on the back end. Maybe that helps him. But the issue with Tremaine is from day one to now, it's the same one. He's not very instinctive. He's very athletic. He's very big. He can move. But he doesn't have great instincts. I always said it. If you gave Jack Sanborn Tremaine Edmunds' athletic profile or Tremaine Edmunds Jack Sanborn's instincts, you're talking about a perennial All-Pro. But he doesn't have the instincts. He gets by with his athletic profile because he can make up ground, but he still gets beat too often because he's a step behind the play. He doesn't diagnose that well. So we'll see if Dennis Allen's system is a better fit. Obviously, that's a hope. But I would say he would have to improve dramatically this year to justify bringing him back, given what his current contract is slated to be for 2026. Do you guys think this will be Tremaine Edmunds' last year in Chicago? Type Y for yes, type in for no. I'd say it's like 70-30 yes right now. There's a chance. If he plays well, they could bring him back. He's still under contract. But, I think he would have to take a notable step forward, especially since they already locked in TJ. And, if Ruben Hippolyte hits, then that could be their 2 primary linebackers next year. Okay, Tyreek Stevenson. Obviously, a player who is entering a pivotal training camp here. I mean, he's got to win a job first, a starting job, which is really how it's now or never for him. He just, he and the team fell apart after what happened in Washington. It's well documented. The immaturity was there, and that's probably been the word to describe him through 2 seasons is immature. The talent's there. The upside's there. There's been more than a couple flashes. I still maintain this. The second half of his rookie year, he was one of, if not the best rookie corner in the NFL that season for that 8-week stretch. And I thought he started last year off pretty well also. But then it just got derailed after Washington, and it never recovered. But I do have hope for him still. I've been buying his stock this offseason. I like Al Harris coming in here and coaching him up. I like the press man scheme on the outside for him. Like I just said with Tremaine Edmunds, you're hoping that scheme helps him out, this Dennis Allen one. I'm pretty confident if Tyreek Stevenson's going to be a good pro in this league, this scheme is the one that he can excel and thrive in. So we'll see what happens. He's a physical player. He's a willing tackler. He likes to press man, and that's what they're going to do a lot. I like Al Harris being in here, like I mentioned. So I'm still in on Tyreek Stevenson, but if it doesn't happen this year, then they'll pivot. I mean, they've got Terrell Smith. They drafted Zay Frazier, a player they're intrigued by. They could get someone next year. Just because he has a year left on his rookie contract does not mean that he is guaranteed to be in their plans in 2026. Okay, Roschon Johnson next up, and based on the current moves this team has made this offseason, the opportunity is there for Roschon. The only running back they added of note this offseason was Kyle Monangai, and that was in the 7th round of the NFL draft. DeAndre Swift is still here, yes, but Roschon's got a real opportunity to be that kind of number 2 in a 1-2 punch in this Ben Johnson offense. And they gave him that chance last year too, and he didn't really take advantage of it. So the fact that he appears, at least, unless they make a move, to be getting another crack at it is, he should be thrilled that he's getting that opportunity. Because I said all offseason, I think Roschon's a number 3 back. Goal line, can do some dirty work. I don't think he's a guy I would give double-digit carries to consistently in a game. And last year, the only thing he did effectively was 3rd, 4th, and short, goal line stuff. That was really it. Just casual carries between the 20s wasn't that effective. So we'll see what happens here. Ideally, Kyle Monangai beats him out because then you have the 4-year rookie window. But if you're Roschon Johnson, the opportunity is there. It's staring you in the face. What are you going to do about it? So now or never for him, no question about it. We'll find out early this year if he's kind of just what he was last year, or if maybe he can get back to what we thought was a promising rookie season and maybe elevate beyond that. Time will tell, but it's a pivotal couple of months for him here. 4th of July is just around the corner, and we've got some Bears Independence Day gear available, a couple different T-shirt styles. You can get the Bears flag, kind of American flag theme as well if you want to kind of run that around or put that up in your house, whatever. It's all available at the same link, chatsports.com/Bears4th. There's a few other items at that link as well, some quarter zips, a jacket. It's just warm right now, so we're kind of outlining the T-shirts and stuff like that. So if you want to be repping Bears gear on the 4th, you could do so. Go to chatsports.com/Bears4th. Okay, a couple more here. Jaquan Brisker, and I think the difference between him and most of these other guys, if not all of them, is I feel pretty good about the player, Jaquan Brisker. Is he an all-pro? No, but I still think he's a guy arrow pointing up in terms of play on the field. Back-to-back 100-tackle seasons. Unlike Tremaine Edmunds, more splash plays. Remember, I think he led the team in sacks as a rookie as a safety, which just outlined how bad the pass rush was. But he's a guy you can do a lot of different things with. He can backpedal. You can play him in the box. You can blitz him. He's a just violent tackler. It's all about health. That's it. So he doesn't have a ton to prove in terms of what he can do on the field. He has to prove that he can stay on the field, because if he could stay on the field, he's going to make a lot of plays. We've seen that since his rookie year. So if he has a healthy year where he plays, say, 14, 15 or more games, that's a guy I'd like to bring back, at least on a year-to-year basis. I don't know if I'd ever feel comfortable giving him like a 3 or 4 year deal unless it was super team friendly, given the concussion issues. But if he doesn't have that issue this year, if he stays healthy, that's going to bode well for his chances to remain a Chicago Bear for a second contract. All right, one more player to come, but before we get there, if you want the best Bears content on YouTube, we'd like to think that's us. A lot of good shows out there, though. Definitely try to show love to those creators as well. But if you want to show some love here, hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications by hitting that bell icon after you do subscribe. We don't charge a penny here on Bears Now. Lastly, Dominique Robinson. I mean, you would have thought last year was now or never, but given that they haven't made major investment at defensive end, they signed Dio Odengbo, but there's still some depth issues there. Plus, given the fact that Ben Johnson shouted him out at minicamp and OTA, saying he's someone that has stood out. We did not hear that same praise for Austin Booker. Kind of like Roschon Johnson, maybe didn't know if he would get this opportunity this year, but it appears that he is, and hell, he could be the 3rd defensive end on this team. Now, that terrifies me. I would not feel comfortable going into this season if that was the case, because other than literally the first game of his career when he had 1.5 sacks going up against Trent Williams somehow, I think he has 1 or 2 sacks since. He's just been totally ineffective. But the reality is, given the bodies at the position, he has a chance to earn a role. He really, really does. And his physical attributes fit what Dennis Allen likes. Big, long arms, physical defensive end. At least that's kind of the prototype. Whereas, a Daniel Hardy, who showed a lot more promise last year, he's 6'3", 240. He doesn't really fit that mold. So he could certainly beat him out. And if Austin Booker doesn't take a step, maybe he beats him out as well. So rooting for Dom Rob, always been a likable guy. I don't really have high hopes, but it does appear that the door is cracked open for him to have a role on this football team. Okay, there you go. 5 players that it is now or never for in 2025. Which Bears player, in your eyes, must prove himself the most in this season? Obviously, you could go to the big guns like Caleb Williams, Rome Odunze, but I think for these guys specifically, if they don't show it this year, they're probably not on the team, or at least have a big role on the team next year. That's going to do it for this episode of Chicago Bears Now. Quick programming note, we will not be live tomorrow because Chat Sports, we put a lot of resources into the NBA draft, which starts tonight. Round 2 is tomorrow. I'm helping out with that. We'll still have content. We'll have 1 or 2 episodes go up, but we're going to go live Friday, a little Friday live special, myself, producer Cullen, either 3 or 4 o'clock on Friday. So again, turn on those noties after you subscribe so you know exactly when we go live. Just wanted to let you guys know about that. With that being said, we'll see you soon. Bear down.